Blackballed. 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 What is up, everybody? My name is James D. Fiore, and this is Blackballed. Why is that happening? You know why? You know why, guys? Because I picked the wrong one. That's okay. I usually have beats playing now, but I'm just going to remove that. That's okay. Guys, I have a very, very fun show tonight. I always love it when one of my homies can drop by. And sorry, that just messed me up, that intro that just didn't play what it was supposed to play. But listen, sometimes you have a friend that is so talented, you almost hate them. This is one of those friends. I'm going to keep the intro brief because he's been on the show before. He's a dope singer. He's a dope-ass MC. And he's also recently been named the FIFA World Cup official host, which is just crazy when you know as many people as I know that are just crazy about football/soccer. So without further ado, his name is Najjah Calibur. Najjah, what's up, buddy?
What's up, James Z? How you doing, my brother from another mother?
I messed up the intro, man. I was supposed to play beats. I was supposed to be all casually doing the intro with the beats, and I put the wrong file in the thing.
Bro,
how you doing, man?
Look at us.
Hold on. We got it. There we go. All right. Now we're good.
Oh, shit. Well, you got your stunners on.
I joked with Najjah off air. I'm like, I started singing Corey Hart when he was when I first saw him.
Yeah, right.
But then he took off his glasses, and I realized why. And it's because he's like me. He's got dad eyes now.
Yeah, man. No, it's not a game right now. Check it out. I have to start with this. So,
did you just get Botox? What's going on?
I'm gonna take them off, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna take mine off too.
Yeah.
I never wear shit. How you doing, man?
Man, I am feeling amazing. I feel like I just reached a goal. I've been working hard to attain, and essentially all of this is to do is leading up to the World Cup and just trying to position myself in a manner where I could take as much advantage of this incredible opportunity. And in that journey, it's been a whole lot of ups and downs and trials and tribulations, but we are here, and I'm grateful.
Yeah, as you, dude, like, you know how many people I know would just be like, how many people have tried to hit you up for tickets already?
Boy, that's been crazy. Hit me up for tickets, and like the thing is, like, these guys are giving the tickets to nobody. Like, you have to do it the way, they don't have a select ticket set aside. Normally with the smaller tournaments that I host, I do have access. I get people tickets all the time. But for this one, the Big Bambino, boy, they ain't letting nobody touch that, man. So
no, why would? That's so much easier for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But sometimes it's good to, like, this would be a great way to network and grow my. This would be a great way, actually. So I mean, I wish I could have access to some of the tickets, but it is what it is.
You've been doing this hosting thing for so long now. It seems that, but it still seems new. For me, because I've known you as, like, we met when you were an artist. I booked you in Calgary and a couple of events in Toronto. I watched you soar. I watched you do these dope videos and stuff. And then all of a sudden one day, I find out that you're like touring with the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders, and I'm just like, whoa.
No, just to be clear, that was crazy. So that was a big thing. That was me and 30 girls on a cruise ship by ourselves. So that was pretty crazy, and it was daunting, but it was. I did a promo video, and I was the voice for a major marketing campaign commercial for a Norwegian cruise line to be the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders that were going to be doing the promo video by themselves, and then they happened to get a hold of my video ups and downs, and like 2 weeks before they're about to shoot everything, they said, "Stop the press. Let's holler at homie and see if you can call." So they called me, and they're like, I used to work at Vitamix, so I'm selling blenders. So I'm in like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in like Winnipeg or something. This is the fruit, the whole fruit, and nothing but the fruit. I'm selling my car. my things. You know what I'm saying? I already got the first two in this ad. I was like, I couldn't believe I got it. First of all, it was an open call to sing this thing. They give you the script, blah blah blah. I had to find a way to sing it. Anyway, they saw me. They called me back and they're like, Naj, we want to know if you'd be able to film this commercial with us, a promo video with us next week in Miami with the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders. And I was like,
you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I was like, well, hold on. I expect my schedule, but hold on one second. Meanwhile, like, holy shit, you know what I'm saying?
You turn to your wife, honey.
Yo, man.
Did you take her with you?
You know what? I did not take her with me that time, but what was amazing and also a big flop. It's one of those things you're like, damn. So, long story short, we did the commercial promo video, and it was airing on all the cruise ships, and it was the radio ad was going everywhere. It was all over the States, so that was fantastic, and on TV. And then 2 weeks later, they called me again, and they said, "Listen, we want to fly you out for the official christening because it was for a new cruise ship, Norwegian Gem." So we said we're gonna be breaking the bottle on this. They do that whole blend.
Yeah.
Mayor's
I never understood that. What a waste of champagne.
You know me back in the days, fam. So anyway,
I'd be licking the boat,
Listen, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Not no more. But anyway, But long story short is they said we're gonna fly you out and you could come bring your girlfriend. So she came out with me, and it was unbelievable.
Because they knew, they're like, dude. Every time we bring a singer, they end up getting divorced like a month later. So we got to make sure that our talent brings the girlfriend.
Yes, man. Listen, make sure that happens. So we came out there. Pitbull was performing. It was a whole thing, and I was supposed to be there doing my thing with Pitbull and everything. And I cannot believe this. I don't know what I ate in New York in transit. I ate something, was puking my guts out the whole time, and it was horrible. Man, it was.
Did you miss the performance?
To link a Pitbull, and it was energy, and my energy would have been brilliant. You know what I mean? And I was barrel. I didn't even want him to see me at that point. So, but anyways, it was an incredible experience, and it just shows you got to be in it to win it. Because when I first got the call, it was an open call to do it, and basically everyone's sending in their, and they called me back and they said, we kind of like what you did, to tweak your cadence on this, and I got it. So it was nuts. Got a chance to get connections with the Miami Dolphins. And it was good. Definitely.
Okay, so recently I'm gonna play something here, just a bit of your last single that just completely blew up. Every time I looked at your social media pages, I was like, holy shit. And this is the song that I played last time that you were on, that I was like, please let the NHL take this for their highlight reel portion and all that kind of shit. So I'm just going to play 30 seconds of it. I don't know if I'm going to get dinged, but I don't really care because it's a dope song. So
I'm from a place where awesome always be. I'm from a place where you can truly feel free. It's hard to get there when you're steady in your freak. Just let it go, and you'll see. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. That's why I'm good. Let's go. Hey, you. I know sometimes I'm flying blind.
You know what's funny? I had who was I talking to the other day? I was talking to Paul Atkinson from the True North Eager Beaver podcast, and we're playing Eternia's video. Which video was it?
Is it the one with MC Light and everybody?
No, it's the one that I paused it here because it's the one that she filmed on this street in Kensington.
Oh, wow.
And it's the exact same street. You guys are walking in the same direction. And all I ever see now, when I watch this video again today, I was like, because I used to live right on the top of Kensington. I'm like, oh, I used to have breakfast there. Oh, I used to get my empanadas there. Oh, I used to go get my coffee there. I used to get my cheese there. I used to get I miss that neighborhood so much. It's one of those things.
Brilliant neighborhood, man. I just shot a Western Union commercial there with DJ Drama and this reggae singer in Vegas. So you're gonna see me see a pink suit up and down the place in a Western Union commercial.
I've seen your pink suit. I've seen you in that pink suit.
Well, that's my showtime. That's FIFA stuff. But anyways, they said bring the pink suit, so whatever. But it's gonna be a good exposure leading up to the World Cup. So whatever.
Imagine that you're like you get the gigs. You're like, how about the guy with the pink suit? Yes, the pink suit.
Telling me like make sure pink suit. I'm like, what the hell, man? Like,
just like any guy could show up in a pink suit and they'd be like, that's the guy.
That's you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
But that song though, it blew up.
You know what? It did what it needed to do, which I'm very, very grateful for. I'm super grateful for. 47 different placements across the U.S. Got me a lot of exposure in a big magazine called like Hype magazine, and a number of I had numerous write-ups and interviews from that. So I mean, listen, that's the first. So I was just super grateful that it did what it needed to do. And to me, the song was really just a tribute to me that I'm good, because I was about 4.5 months sober at the time, and I was feeling good, and it was just an affirmation of me saying I'm good, you know, don't worry. And listen, you know, it did what it needed to do. So I'm super excited, but I'm super excited about the new stuff I'm doing, and you know, leading up to the World Cup. But I mean, I'm super grateful for my team, and super grateful, whatever, man. So yeah, that's it, man.
I know that every good artist wants to keep looking forward, but one of the reasons why I wanted to play it was because of this guy. And man, that is Sheldon. That is our friend Sheldon Moore, aka S Love, DJ of the Pocket Dwellers, producer extraordinaire, who passed away from cancer not too long ago. And we both knew him for a long, long time. And, you know, I wanted to just talk about him a little bit, because it's funny how, you know, artists like Sheldon, who, I mean, when I was a teenager, we used to go to Nigel's house. We used to go into Nigel's basement, and there'd be Sheldon, and he'd be on the MPC making some dope ass beat. And he would literally like indulge all of these rappers and just let us spit over his beats. There was no money being exchanged at the time. It was just for the love of the art. Yep. And then he started doing a lot of amazing work for a big artist. He was beat programming, and he would like mix down other people's stuff and everything. And, you know, he's not a household name, but to us, he was a superstar. And I wanted to know if you can just elaborate on Sheldon a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, Sheldon S Love Moore. I mean, he was just a phenomenon in the underworkings of everything. If you were just getting started, if you were looking to create a sound and make yourself sound the most presentable, he was a guy who was taking people who were just getting started and helping to hone them and give them direction. And it was one of those guys you have to salute, because in Canada, number one, it's hard to do music or entertainment on a full-time basis. And this man he was turning down work because he was working with so much people. He had the chance to go to the States, actually, to work with a major label. They wanted him to leave, but because of his commitment to his wife and his daughter, he decided to stay. But I mean, he's done so much for so much people on so many levels, because he was more than just a producer. He was a mentor, and he genuinely cared about people and what they were and their vision. So he was really, really innate at making that connection with you, and he was fantastic. I mean, he's done stuff with Mobb Deep. I mean, people sending him stuff over, and you know, his mixes were just incredible. He won a Juno, actually. He won a Juno last year for a gospel album that he had done. And I got to tell you, man, like there really is we miss him dearly. And it's crazy because, I mean, it all happened in 4 months. Cancer, unfortunately. I saw the guy, didn't drink, didn't smoke, nothing. And within 4 months, he was gone, right? So we miss him dearly, and we pray for his family. But he was an incredible person, and his name and his light and his spirit still lives on, because he's fantastic. And I did that song. You know, I did about half that song with him over there, and he's just been incredible. So rest in peace. And we love him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big ups to Sheldon. I wasn't able to go to the funeral because I had COVID, which pissed me off. But Nigel sent me a video. The file format isn't. I don't know, for some reason I can't get it to play, but I'm going to play the audio.
Remember when I did not feel no pain, believe in you forever, and everything will stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name, because I can't reach out to call you.
I was starting to cry there, man. I was getting teary. Listen, man.
I know,
It
man.
was hard.
And listen, I'm not playing. Listen, brother, I'm not playing that to embarrass you. I'm not playing that for any like stupid reason like that at all.
No.
Nigel sent that to me like while he was still at the funeral, and I was just, I could feel it on you. I could feel what you were going through, and man, the funerals they can be healing. You know, like Nigel was telling me that that he met so many young rappers there that were just bawling because their mentor was gone. You know, like he stayed that guy that like basically put the artist under his wing and was like, listen, like, you know, this is what I think you should do. You can do what you want. And people would listen to him, and they respected his opinion, you know?
It was baffling because, I mean, obviously we come from a different age demographic, but it's amazing how he continued to get this work. Like, he's not a person that goes on Facebook. He's not on Instagram. He's not on any social media. He's not into any of that. But he didn't advertise, nothing. But this man's work was so good that he just constantly had people, you know, the reach. I mean, when at the funeral, the lineup was outside and around the church. I mean, it was powerful. It was so powerful, man. So, you know, it was great to see that acknowledgement and for his family to see how much people he had touched. And yeah, man, we just got to keep doing what we're doing here. Stuff like this, you know. I mean, I'm sure he's proud of you, James, you know, for getting back and picking this up, because this is, you know, this is something that's always been near and dear to you. One of the things, because you're very multifaceted yourself. You know what I mean? He's this guy. For those who don't know, lyrically, I don't know a lot of people that can get with James lyrically. You guys don't know that side of him too much, but he's an incredible writer and rapper. But I mean, he's always been a fantastic guy to hold forums and hold court and
go on. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, so I just gotta give you your flowers. I gotta give you your flowers now and say, yo, man, I salute you.
You know, my last name is Flower in Italian. Just so you know, it really is. Yeah, no, but big ups to Sheldon. Like, I was really moved by what Nigel said, that vocal and everything, and yeah. So, you know, I just wanted to pay a little bit of a tribute there. I'm gonna try to do a show where it's all these people that used to know him, like yourself and Nigel, and maybe Jim LeBold, and like other people in the Fat Al, maybe, or someone like, you know, and just people that like, you know, worked with him or knew him personally, because he left a gap. Like, there's a lot of cats out there that are probably thinking to themselves, I don't even know what, like, there's probably people throwing in the towel because
there, bro. Without him, it's scary, bro. I have one other guy. I went to a couple of people. I was like, okay, you know, it's just, and especially he knows how to get the best out of you, because he was like a trainer, man. He was more than just an engineer. That, you know, he just really knew how to put you together. And people had different sounds, but he was just able to do that, and he was so. Yeah,
you know what I noticed? I noticed about myself, because I've been writing a lot of rhymes since the pandemic started, like daily. Like, I'm writing 16 bars a day easily, right?
Man,
I noticed that when I go outside on my balcony and smoke a joint and take my phone and just play a beat and start rhyming, or if I record it and go listen to it outside, I realized after he passed that I have a neural pathway that automatically thinks, what would Sheldon think of this? Because I've done it like a dozen times since he's been gone. And I'm like, holy shit, this man has stayed with me for fucking 25 years, 30 years, that's right?
Beautiful.
Like,
that's beautiful, man. And I'm the same way, man. Like, I'm the same way, brother, man. Listen, I got him on he's like on my screensaver, man. Like, it's just like, you can't really see, I can't really see, but I got him.
Yeah,
I got him right here on my screensaver. Like,
legend.
I'm just looking at him. You know, like, my God, man, what a guy, man. What a guy. What a guy.
I asked Nigel, I'm like, I asked him, like, what's going to happen to his catalog? I'm not trying to vulture pick it. I'm just wondering, like, right. I mean, if I feel like there should be some sort of tribute compilation thing, maybe like if it makes any money, it goes to his family, but he just did so much cool shit that I just feel like the world needs to hear it or something, you know? Like,
yeah, no, 100%. I'm actually doing a show. We're doing a tribute show to him October 16th, this Saturday, in the Biltmore Theater in Oshawa, which is gonna be a small little tribute to him. But I mean, yeah, we gotta see what's up. But I mean, he's got a lot of work with me that I have, and he kept telling me that this time around you're gonna start to see something. So he believed in me.
You know what?
So I'm
October 16th, eh? I might be there.
In Oshawa?
I might come out. Well, because I'll be heading to Toronto. Yeah, I'll be heading to Toronto in a couple of days, and I'm staying. I'm gonna be basically out of town for 2.5 weeks. So I don't think that it'll be too difficult to make it down to the Schwa, you know, like that'll be dope.
Schwa, baby. Yeah, man, come through, bro. I'll get you the information, but it's a Biltmore Theater anyways. But Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Some of his guys.
If it's not Dynasty, and I don't know where it is anymore.
Oh boy, stop this! Oh boy.
Where's the Purple Onion? Does
kill the
Illusions
Purple
still
Onion.
exist?
Oh man, the guy said Dynasty. Wow.
Remember Illusions?
For those who don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. Do you remember Illusions?
Oh my God, do I, man?
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
Whatever the song that was, that played almost every half hour at every single club from like 1992 to 1996.
Madness.
Listen, where are your goals now? Now, like you're about to do the FIFA World Cup. You have your music. Your music has always been impressive to me, but I feel like there's more underpinnings to it that will support it this time. Like before, it kind of felt like you were floating maybe a little bit, and now it feels like things are a little bit more organized. Or is it still kind of a pain in the ass? Because I know the business side always kind of bothered you a little bit, like.
Yeah, man. First of all, I'm not cancel. I am a business guy now. I am working on it. Okay, it's my affirmation to myself. But really, truthfully, I've been just a kind of a free spirit, as you know, and I just like being creative. And I got ADHD, so I'm kind of all over the place. So some minutes I'm into music, next minute I'm into like some multi-level marketing stupidness that I never should have got into. And I'm just all over the damn place, right? Yeah. Definitely feel more collected and gathered 100% right now. And with that, it's like the two things are leveraging each other, because the hosting has been giving me opportunities to do little performances at the stadium. And through that, people are like, listen, Naj, you should really try and, do something. And so they're kind of leveraging each other. So because I'm in front of these audiences, 40, 50,000 people at a time, which is obscene. I've been around the world, Tokyo, Dubai, France, Italy, doing these things, and the US or whatever the case may be. It's kind of leveraging what I'm doing now. And I truly believe that I'm a late bloomer with that, with the music. So stuff is really coming together and having a sense of a true, genuine sense, I would say, of my spirit and the structure behind me, because I'm such a, I run my mouth, so I network everywhere. So my network is incredible now, so that I have people that I've built great relationships with, because, the entertainment business is really about relationship building and maintaining. And through that, now I have some fantastic arms and legs, and extensions that are allowing me the space to really, really grow. And it doesn't help. I mean, of course it helps that I'm hosting the FIFA World Cup right now. So my plans right now, I mean, I'm essentially I'm going to quantum leap in the entertainment space, because at the end of the day, it's been tough up until this point, because I have not wanted to bring anybody in, for instance, talking to record labels or anything like that, for maybe a distribution or marketing deal, because I wouldn't want to be with a label, but I would like to have distribution or marketing, or applying to a booking agency for hosting or doing music. I wanted to kind of build up enough momentum on my own, so that when you go into these situations, you're not like they're doing you a favor and they're looking down at you. It's more like, okay, we're going to add on to this. So it's been very.
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened to Kanon, right? That he did that waving flag song. I heard he made no money.
No,
like I heard he made like a little bit at the start, and that was just it. Like that's what I heard.
No, that song blew up, man. Once he got with the FIFA World Cup, it was game time.
No, it blew up. It totally blew up. But I heard he didn't actually make any money personally.
Yeah, so I don't know the underworkings of it, but I do know if you're with a major label, there's a chance. There is a chance that, well, not there is a chance. They're definitely taking the lion's share of it, most likely. So. But he did still, even under that, because anything to do, if you're the official FIFA World Cup song, I mean, he's talking some good money. So he did good, but he probably didn't do as good as he did if he was more independent. So I'm just releasing some stuff right now, so that while I'm hosting the World Cup, my new single "Celebrate," I just did a song for the World Cup. It's more for a commercial pitch and for licensing, so it's a little cheese on it, but whatever. I also have a club song a World Cup song that I'm doing as well. And through this, I mean, I'm essentially looking to get with the biggest agencies for hosting and for music, and then the end games for me to hosting stuff like America's Got Talent, The Voice. I need to be doing stuff like that, And
like that guy that has 1,000 kids. What's his name?
Yeah, like that guy. That's my homie Nick Cannon, man. I worked with him already before, man. That guy.
Sorry.
Man, that's a whole other thing. I ain't getting into all that, but Nick, but yeah, like that guy is looking.
I didn't know you worked with him.
Yeah, I worked with him during the Toronto International Film Festival a little while ago at a Pepsi pop-up. We had some performers, and I co-hosted with Nick Cannon, and it was unbelievable. So he was a really cool guy, and we both knocked it out the park. He was like, okay, I see some new blood on the block, right? So it was good, man. It was good. So
well, it's he's got like 12 kids, so I'm surprised at that gig he didn't pull out. He doesn't normally pull out. So,
but listen. Yeah, man. So I mean, listen, I'm looking to be I'm looking to be performing all over the world, and I'm looking to be hosting corporate weddings, all types of. I love weddings too, by the way. I love to do a bit of everything. Hence my just my adrenaline. I need to get a bit of everything. I can't just be doing one thing. So I'm really excited.
Do you think that an agent would be like, listen, you got to stop doing the weddings. You just did FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be like, but I'm like, yo, where's the love, man? Because it's such an intangible feeling when you see it's incredible, right? So I would definitely do weddings, obviously at a certain price point and all that stuff. But if they want it, they can have it because it's a beautiful thing, Beautiful.
Yeah, no, listen, I wasn't endorsing that idea. I actually think that one of the things that I don't like about the entertainment industry is the way that they envision your brand and then how they strike all these things off your plate in order to service that vision of your brand.
Right.
And it's just like, just let a guy do what he wants to do. Like,
well, that's what I love right now, because I got songs in every genre, pretty much every genre, but lots of genres. So I'm all over the place. And it's good for what I'm doing, because when I go to these places, I'm in front of, people from all over, and everybody getting a little taste, right? So, but more importantly, I'm not even looking at it like that. I just truly love and enjoy a number of different music genres, and influenced by a lot of people. So I love the live band stuff. I love dance stuff. I love the soca. Of course, I know the soca boy from Grenada boy. Oh gosh, right? I love it all.
I'm not allowed to talk like that because it's racist.
Listen, partner. Yeah, man. When you come to Grenada, big up Grenada for those who don't know. Island of Spice, where everything is nice, right?
Can go wrong.
Right. So yeah, man. But my main focal point is to have a number of things going on around me while I'm doing the World Cup. I'm going to be getting interviews. The songs will be playing on different radio stations, interviews and so forth, while I'm doing this extravagantly incredible event under some extenuating circumstances, because it's Qatar and Doha. They're not used to putting on major events like this, so they're dealing with a lot of logistic stuff they're dealing with. But at the end of the day, that's show business, and it's going to be the time. Can you wear
the pink suit in Qatar? Or
bro, they love the pink suit in Qatar, man. The flamingo, bro. We call it the flamingo. You know what I'm saying? They love the flamingo, bro. When I rock the flamingo, they're like, "Oh, you Kevin Hart, or you Kevin?" They think I'm goddamn Kevin Hart. I'm like, I'm not Kevin Hart, bro. I'm a stunt double. I am his stunt double. All right.
Yeah. Oh my God, you could totally be Kevin Hart's stunt double. That'd be funny. A short black man. It must be Kevin Hart. At least at least you're not popular in the '80s. People would be like, "Is that Gary Coleman? Is that Gary Coleman over there?"
You don't kill me, bro. Yeah. What you talking about, Willis? Right? So,
what you talking about? Everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you know what I love about the World Cup? I love about these things is all the different cultures that come together, and the families, and the true joy. It is a vibe. Like outside of North America, this thing called football, this thing called soccer is absolutely on another planet. And the energy in there is incredible, man. Incredible.
Like, and we're talking Qatar stadiums are big, aren't they? Aren't you going to be in front of like 80,000 people or something like that? Like, isn't it?
I think more like 60. More like 60,000. I think the semifinals and finals, I think, will be closer to 70,000. But I was already down there. We did a test run tournament just to see how everything was working. So I've already been in the stadiums, and man, it's gonna be crazy, man. So. And we're really hoping for Canada. Of course, listen, we cannot not talk about Canada, right? Because Canada's, listen, we haven't been there since 26 years, since 1986. So we're really excited that Canada is getting, they qualified for this tournament. They're in the tournament, and they actually have a great team. So,
Like we beat up on Mexico. We beat up a whole bunch of teams that no one thought we were going to beat up on, right?
100%. So we finished first in our CONCACAF, which is the regional, which is North America, Central America, and Caribbean region. For the first time ever, Canada finished number 1. We scored the most goals in the World Cup qualifying. Canada scored the most goals in the World Cup qualifying campaign out of every team in the world. And we rose the most. I don't know what we're rated now. I forget what we are, but our ranking. I mean, so we've done, huge steps for the Canadian game on a national level, because we know at the grassroots level, everybody's playing footy. So
take me through what because I'm just kind of curious what your job is, because I feel like I sort of know, but like, so you wake up in the morning, you're in Qatar, you get dressed, you put on the flamingo, right? You go down the elevator.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you go down the elevator, you get into your limo or something, and you go to the stadium, whatever it is. Tell me what it is that you do. And because I want to know what it feels like when you walk, I guess like the runway towards like the opening of the stadium or whatever. And there's like 75,000 people there, and they are all like super happy because they're at the World Cup. And your job is to make them even happier. Tell me, first of all, the steps, and then how it feels as you get through it.
Yeah. So, first of all, it's like I pinch myself every time. Like even just you talking about it right now, I'm getting goosebumps because I still can't believe I'm doing it. I'm from Canada. It all started at the Pan Am Games. I did good at the Pan Am Games, and all of a sudden, through people, I ended up, now I'm working with FIFA as one of my clients. So to answer your question, when I get to the stadium, so I am the in-arena host at the stadium. So my job is to handle the pregame show and halftime. So I get there, and we have a big powwow with we go to the main infotainment room upstairs, way up in the stands where they got the glass and everything, and everybody's on walkies and headphones, and we run through the queue list of what exactly is going to happen. All right, and I have my plugs of where I'm going to go. Then they introduced me to my assistants, right? I have an assistant there, and then they introduced me to my camera guys who are going to be following me all around the stadium. And I feel bad for them because I got a lot of energy, and I'm trying to touch everybody, right? So we go through the queue list, right? And we're like, okay, Najjah, this is where you come in here. And then what I love about my team is they know that I'm much better. For other people, they might give them something to say or some kind of direction, and with me, they just basically say, these are the main points we want you to deliver. I don't care how you deliver, because they know, I just deliver them because I'm so spontaneous with the crowd, and you want to be able to play off everybody that you're dealing with. So I have my cue list, and I have my assistant, and I have my cameraman. We have our meeting. We have a big powwow. Then it's down, said, and then we all leave, and we go down, and we just kind of sitting. And then we're maybe about 2 hours out from. I would start engaging the crowd about an hour. Officially about an hour before the game. So I'm there, and what I basically would do is, I walk around the stage coming, and people come early. It's like religion for these people. So people are there early. Yeah. So what I want to do, because they've never seen me before in their life, they're like, I'm like, develop some friendships in each section. So I kind of go, they're like, where are you going? I'm like, listen, just relax. And I go around everybody, like high-fiving people, and you know me, how I start, I know a couple things in different languages. I start speaking, Cape Halik or whatever, I start speaking different languages, and people high-fiving them, getting the kids excited. And then I do that. I do a lap once or twice around the stadium, and then I come back, and then boom, and next thing you know, it's time to rock and roll. And it's like, okay, the place is getting crazy. Okay, Najjah, this is your first hit. So they're basically live hits, right? All I'm delivering some information for the section where I choose a section. I'm looking for the most rowdiest section. I want them to be throwing me up in the air, literally. Like I've almost got injured, broken my neck. Like I want it to look so good because I'm on the big screen. So I want it to look amazing, right? Or I'll learn a chant with them. I'll go and say, listen, what's the chant? What's the chant for your team? Now we get it going.
Are they segregated? Sorry, I don't want to say segregated. That's the wrong word. But are they sort of segmented into their nature? Yeah.
There's the fans are at the back end of each goal. Those fans, they're nuts. They're crazy. Yeah. And then you have more family as you get. More central, there's more family. So depending on the hit, I'm doing like a game show thing, like right? And I won't go back there you won't even hear me. They're just like, ah, you know, they're going. So depending on what the segment is, I'm doing different hits, and then I have to interview like a legend, like a football player who's already done fantastic, and we do a quick interview with them. So we switch it up. Yeah. But I mean, the pregame, I'm just getting people extremely excited. They'll do a live hit with me and introduce me, and your host for the Najjah Calibur, and then I come and I start speaking to them and doing that, and then halftime, you know, is an incredible thing because you know, do more of a performance-based time to get people going.
Like, do you do like songs and stuff, or?
I'll do like a piece of a song, and then sometimes, and
like
then
a medley.
And then we'll drop a DJ thing, and boom, and then we'll maybe have something where we like, all right, I want you to take your cell phones out, right, and put your lights out. We're gonna turn the light full of stars, and we take the lights out, right, and then we have like fireworks, and everybody with the lights, and then you hear Sky Full of Stars from Coldplay. Oh, yo, it's adrenaline, man. It's amazing. So we have a number of different things we do, and that's the best thing about my job too, Jamesy, because everyone else is like so busy. Like, so everyone has all these plans about everything, and they're all based around about me delivering the plans. But I don't have anything to do except the pregame and the halftime. So I just I don't have to go early to the stadium. They have to do all this stuff. I essentially just come, you know, they let me out the cage. I go, you know, light up the place, right? Then they put me back in the cage. I go sit down by the pitch side and I watch the game. Then I come back out, you know, 20 minutes before halftime. We go over everything, get my guys ready. We do it up, brrr, you know, zoom, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? Then I sit down and watch the rest of the game. So I get to see some top quality football. And, you know, I love soccer, man. I went to Cleveland State, played Division I soccer. I love the game and I love music. So it has been a win for me. And it's a family environment, so you're not in like a club all the time, and especially in our age. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be. So it's been a fantastic blessing, and I'm just nothing but grateful for everyone who's believed in me, because it was a big pull at first to say, why are we bringing someone from all the way from Canada or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, it was a big thing at the time. You know, I had to prove myself because my guy was like, just trust me. But I didn't really have didn't have a website, so you know. Listen, I'm here. We're ready to really take this on. And everybody knows I've established myself within the realm because I work with CONCACAF, the U.S. national team, like other conferences for me to do their stuff. So I'm all over the place. And, you know, but we're back, and that's what's up.
Yeah, did you?
Hello, everybody. I say, how are you? Hold on. Hold on. Give a shout to everybody. It was a good. Hello, Jen. Is it Jen in the building? All right. And Da Costa. Yeah, I just want to shout you guys out. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, it looks like Ria's there, but like I can't actually see her on my chat. I'm sure she's on the YouTube chat or something, but the chat sometimes messes up. But yeah, these people are like, I have pretty loyal listeners, to be honest with you, and the people that because I used to be on the Dean Blundell show, the podcast, and so now I'm here, and you know, and it's dope. I still go on the Dean Blundell show once in a while, but that's only to hijack the stream and make fun of Lachlan. So
let it be known. Let it be known, bro. Shoot.
I don't know if you like are surprised about this, Najjah, but sometimes I can get into mischief still in my old age.
Let me tell you, boy.
It turns out it wasn't.
There's a reason. There's a reason.
It turns out it wasn't the alcohol that made me do stupid things.
Well, listen, that's what I'm wondering right now. I'm like, I'm not even drinking no more. Like, what's the deal, Fab? What's the deal?
Well, listening to you talk about what the process is like and what it's going to be like for you at the FIFA World Cup, it is dope. It is pure dopamine. You know, a person that I've been talking to recently basically gave me an education on dopamine. She's super smart and super smart alecky. But she I asked her a question the other day. I'm like, can you like manufacture your own dopamine intentionally? And she's like, yeah, stupid. I was like, oh, but you know, I always thought that dopamine was something that just like, wow, I'm so excited. Oh, and look, dopamine's here. But you can actually do things that manufacture the dopamine for you so that you don't end up doing what we used to do, which is find other ways to get dopamine into our system. So like, it's so funny because we talk about this a lot because, and I noticed that a lot of people that I know that used to partake in alcohol, especially, the conversation of their career trajectory inevitably will end up circling back to the fact that they don't drink anymore. And I completely owe the fact that I have this podcast, the fact that I have a book deal, I have some things going on or whatever. I owe it all of it to no longer drinking like a 40-ouncer of vodka and 6 bottles of wine a week. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like I imagine the time I've wasted in my life. I'm 46. I feel like this is the way I should have felt when I was 26. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, we got to live life. We got to experience like great times. And it's just one of those things where, for me, I mean, being in entertainment business, you had a lot of, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, you know what, if I wasn't drinking and using other party favors, like I wouldn't be further ahead. But I mean, those have built me up to where I am now. And like, I'm just grateful that I am, like you said, I don't need those things. And I wouldn't be here 100%, you know.
Yeah.
I'm engaged. I got a fiance. This is crazy. You know, my work, they notice the difference at work because I was on my way out, you know, because imagine I'm in front of all these people. It's it's dopamine, like, you know, and after the matches, I mean, it would just continue to turn up. You know? And so, I mean, there's 100, the clarity, and I could thought it was even possible, you know, to have a good time and to, you know, without that, right? It's without that liquid. So, I mean, I'm so grateful, man, because I used to be able to, I would be like, oh my God, I'm going to Tokyo. I'm in Tokyo. These people don't understand what the hell I'm saying. No, give me a bottle of vodka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, boom, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was pretty good. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm depending on something. And it's just from a pure place right now that's allowing me to truly be present, right? And that, and yeah, man, listen, I'm grateful for it. And a lot of things right now. I'm so excited. You just wait to see. Let me, podcast in about 4 or 5 months, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So I'm super grateful.
Well, listen, yeah, no, I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm, you know, and when you and I get back from Qatar, you know, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Like,
yeah, you know what? Yeah, thank you. Whenever you're ready, you come through, man. David Beckham, everybody's ready. Gaga,
yeah,
you know, a lot of people are gonna be there, man. So.
No, you know what? I am so proud of you. And honestly, I don't think I want to go to World Cup in Qatar for a bunch of reasons. Not because I don't think I would have a great time, mostly because I think I would have too much of a good time. You know what I mean? Like, in all seriousness, I think that the fact that you can't let anyone go with you is the greatest gift that you can ever have when you're doing something this serious, because you're going to remain professional, or you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna like, you know what? I'm in Qatar with my homie. Fuck it. I'll just have a drink. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm worried about, sometimes I get worried about myself.
No. To be fair with you, man, I'm always the fire starter, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I've been a lot of places by myself, and, you know, I'm like, I'm the type of guy I can make friends. I'll make friends with, you know, with anybody. Yeah. So any crowd. And so, I mean, that could still happen, but it won't, because, you know what I'm saying, we're focused and we're laser being focused right now. So, but it is good to actually have, you know, to have the distraction, you know, having your homies there and whatever the case may be, because at the end of the day, anyways, I'd be like, all right, they wouldn't see me. They'd be like, all right, because I can't, you know, they'd have to get the tickets or have to organize whatever they're doing. But they wouldn't be seeing a lot of me, because we got 3 games a day, and I'm probably doing 2 games a day for the first 3. I'm doing 2 games a day, and it's gonna be insane. You know, like, I'm doing a morning game and an evening game and then a night game, and it's just gonna be nuts, right? And the build up before each and the end, the wrap up after the games, it just takes a lot. So they wouldn't even see me, to be honest with you.
You know what's funny? I did the promo video today, and because the World Cup usually happens in the summer, my brain just thought it was April, I think. I'm like, and he's going to be hosting and becoming the World Cup ambassador in Qatar this summer. It's fucking fall, dude. Like I just totally forgot what month it was.
Dude, but it's supposed to be in summer, man. This is the first time ever. So, I mean, listen, you'll be the last, because it feels unnatural. Almost, because people celebrate, you know, shout out to Italy, but they ain't gonna be in the World Cup this year. But you know what I mean. You know, summertime is when it's normally. But listen, shout out to Italy.
They didn't qualify.
Huh?
They didn't qualify for the World Cup.
No, they didn't qualify. They did not. So this is second World Cup. So this is crazy, right? These guys are perennial, or, you know, these guys are in the World Cup, as you know. It's crazy that they did not make it to they didn't qualify to 2018 World Cup, and they did not qualify for this year's World Cup, which is nuts. But it was ironic is they had the European Championships, and they just won in 2020. Well, they had it in 2021 because of COVID, whatever. They won the European Championships. They beat England in England. So Italy won the European Champions, the best in Europe, right? But then they just dropped the ball again for the World Cup. So that's must be really frustrating for them. And but sometimes
it would be dope. It would be really dope. I don't know if you could pull this off or not, but it sounds like you got a key to the stadium almost. But I would love to do a podcast with you when you're there. When you're not doing anything, like when you have like a little bit of a break, I would love to destroy that break for you and make you go on my podcast.
Yeah, my brother. 100%, brother. 100. That'd be sick. Let's do it.
That would be totally sick. Yeah, I would love that.
Sick. You'd be like, yo, from the World Cup stadium, I'll tell you which stadium I'm at. From the Italy no, sorry, my bad. I'm just saying Italy because of you. It ain't no Italy. Listen,
but hold on. Any game that Canada plays or something.
So
my God.
So basically, here's what's happening, right? I'm the main host for the World Cup, and we have I think 3 other hosts as well because there's so many teams. I do all the marquee matchups, but I told them I need one Canada game. But I do anything that's the biggest match. That's the ones I'm doing, right? So Argentina, Brazil, this, that, whatever the case may be, England, whatever the case may be, mate. You get me, bro. But whatever I am, mate, we'll set it up.
Yeah. And when I watch Coronation Street, I need subtitles.
Yeah.
These guys, yeah. All right, listen, Najjah, always a pleasure having you, brother. I'll talk to you next whole day. I'll give you a ring. But good luck. I can't wait for the new single to come out. I think everybody should go to YouTube right now and just enter Najjah Calibur and just listen. Just do a deep dive. Just dig into his crate, dude. You've been putting out good tunes for never mind. Don't do that. Only upload date, only just in the last year, and that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, really? Yeah, right. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all part of the history. So I appreciate you. But I definitely want you guys to look up for my new single, Celebrate, that's coming out. It's going to be pushing US, Latin America, and Canada. The new video, it's a 360 cam video, so it's really trippy. So I'm really excited about that. And look out for a little World Cup. You might see a commercial with a World Cup song that I did as well coming out. I can't say who the client is at this time. Inshallah, God willing, they take progress over perfection, and we can keep it moving, bro. But I definitely appreciate you having me on the show. And,
no worries, dude. I'll have you on anytime you want. You've come a long way since you crashed Edgefest.
Yeah, oh Lord knows, man. Well, that was the thing. Operation Infiltration, man. Trying to get in everywhere to network. I'd wear a bunch of different laminates from old shows or whatever, and dude, I go to the party depot and put on. I find out which wristband. I buy a number of different wristbands, and then I see which color it is. I put it on, wear my shades. You know what I'm saying? And then I pretend like I'm on the phone. I'll be like, yo, tell my manager I'm not going to Japan. Excuse me, wait. As I'm walking past the guy, and they're like, oh, excuse me. I'm like, excuse me. I'm just
security guards like this.
Yeah, they're like, okay, just come, let it in. And snuck in the Much Music Video Awards. I've snuck in everywhere. The ACC.
Dude, we before we met, we had like the same vibe. Do you remember Nick? Do you still talk to Nico?
Nico, no, I haven't talked to him, but prayers up for him. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but God bless him, man. He had a good spirit, but the game got him. Man. He's good,
we used to since the year 2000 for like years, dude, like 6 years or something. We used to find ways to get into I used to find out who the sponsors were for the TIFF opening gala. And I used to go and print business cards with the vice president's name of Ford Motors.
Bad money things. And
I used to go to TIFF and be like, and go there really early, right? And to the opening gala thing. And I'd be like, oh. And I would just give them my business card and not even look at them in the eye and just be like this. And they'd be like, oh, here's your laminate, Mr. Simpson or whatever. And I put it on. And then I'd be like, I get full run of anything. And it was one of those passes where it wasn't just for the gala. It was for everything.
Yeah.
For the next week and a half or whatever it was.
Bro,
and then one time.
Brilliant.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man, I never thought of that. I always came from the show business side, right? I just wanted to look like an entertainer, look like I'm big time. And wear some laminates and then I would do the same thing. It'd be incredible. I just walk in everywhere and that was up.
I gotta tell you,
sneak into the Much Music Video Awards so much that security and them knew about me, right? It was crazy. And one time I snuck in, and then security and these guys were like, "Oh my God, he did it again. He snuck in," right? And I'm sitting there right beside Rihanna and Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran wasn't even big this time, right? He was kind of just on the come up, right? And I'm with these guys, and these guys are like, I forget, some record label guys are like, this guy always does. He sneak in loud. Then the security guy's like, "Yo, excuse me, come here. Let me see your wristband." I'm like, he's like, "Did you sneak in?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "Shit, he's gonna kick me out," right? He's like, "All right, you know, you snuck in, you got balls." He's like, I'm gonna give you my security jacket, and I'm gonna bring you up to the top level where the true VIPs are. I was like, "Say word," right? And it was nuts because that day, I'm not gonna get into that story because I'm not gonna say it. Anyways,
no, please get into the story. I want to hear it.
Oh man, okay, you know
Come
what?
on, man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you one too because this is good. This is a good way to wrap the podcast. We'll each tell one of our stories that are just the craziest things. Yeah.
Oh man, I shouldn't do this, man. No,
it's fine. It's fine. It was a long time ago. You were a kid. It's fine. It's
all
good.
right. So long story short, and it's just because out of respect for this person. That's all. Long story short, I was in a relationship, and we were engaged. And bottom line is, we broke up at that. It was a Sunday, right? It was the Sunday, and we broke up. And I said, "Oh man," she gave me back the ring, right? And we broke up. And my first thought was like, okay, you know what? It's the Much Music Video Awards today. If I sneak into the Much Music Awards today, it was meant to be. So what I did is I took the ring, and believe it or not, I got this because I wouldn't have a lot of money. I got that ring at Costco, bro. So I went to Costco, and I returned the ring, right? And I returned the ring, and I got some money because I was, at them times I just wanted the money for partying. I didn't want to. I just wanted the money to drink my face off and do other things. So I got the money. Went down there, snuck in, boom. And not only did I get in, right? Not only did I sneak in. This at the time, it was, I said it was meant to be. I did not just get in. This guy put a security jacket around me, escorted me up top. Then where I was with will.i.am, and I was with all types. Because downstairs you're only getting beer. Upstairs you're getting all finest connoisseur liquors. You're getting
that's right.
Whatever. I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. It's crazy. Way up on the top of this chum building. You know what I'm saying? I'm up there like, what the hell's going on, man? I just woke up and now I'm over here just living my best life. It was nuts. So
living off that Costco money.
But I just want to say, obviously it was a great relationship at the time before then, and things just kind of went sour. So I'm not really throwing any salt or shade on it. It just happened that it was meant to be that we were, that we went different directions.
I mean, listen, my story is similar, except I won't mention her name either because I forget what it is. But nonetheless, it was 2004. I was just over a bad breakup, and it was like I was like 3 or 4 months into a bad breakup, and I found underneath my bed a necklace, and it looked really expensive. And I was kind of a man whore at the time, so I narrowed it down to 3 different girls, right? And so I called 2 of them, and it wasn't theirs. And I called the last one. And she's like, "You mean like my?" It was a certain kind of pearl necklace that I found out a week later was worth like 15, 20 grand or something like that, and I had no idea, which is a good thing because I don't know I would have if I would have called her, right? Like that's I was in that place, right? So anyway, so I meet her to give her back her necklace, and she's like, "What's going on?" So I tell her what's going on, which was I had no money. So I lied. I created this completely fraudulent resume that made me seem like not just a waiter, but one of the fucking greatest waiters, like the maitre d's of maitre d's kind of thing, just to try to get a fucking job, right? So they get me a job. Do you know where the Arcadian room is?
It sounds so familiar, man. Where is
it's
that?
At Bay and Bloor. It's in the Bay building, but it's at the top.
Oh yes, that restaurant at the top. Yes.
The Queen celebrated her birthday there, like in the 60s or something like that. Like it is just immaculate, right? And I had no idea. So, anyways, I'm with the girl. I give her back her necklace. She tells me what's happening, and I tell her like, "Oh, I'm going to the Arcadian room to be a waiter," and I think I totally oversold myself because I don't know what I'm doing because I saw pictures of it, and this place looks immaculate. So she's like, "Come with me." So she buys me a suit. She's like, "What kind of suit do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know, black, right? I just want a black suit, right? Like that's what I wanted." So she gives me this black suit. It's like what do they call those? Like a dubook or whatever, like where it's tailored to you and everything like that. So I get this suit, and they I don't know, 3 days later, whatever it is, I go to the Arcadian room, and I'm going up the escalator, and I'm just like, oh fuck, like Oh my God. Like there are like 100 waiters and they're all wearing tuxedos and they're all fucking dressed to the nine. And so as I'm going up the escalator, I'm thinking to myself, okay, either I just go down the escalator when I get to the top, or I pretend like I've been doing this all my life. So obviously I choose the second one, right? So I walk up to this guy who's got a clipboard and a headset, and I'm like, my name is James DeFiore. I'm the head waiter this evening. Can you please hand me my itinerary or tell me who I should get it from? And the guy's like, oh, honey, aren't you cute? And I'm like,
here we go.
No, just trying to get fucking itinerary. He's like, sorry, but we were trying to get a hold of you and we couldn't. And you know, whatever. They gave the head waiter thing to someone else. So I was just going to be a typical waiter. And I'm watching the typical waiters carry these gigantic trays with thousands of things on them. And I realized, fuck, I've never carried a tray before. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So I left, right? I left and I started walking down Front Street, and I'm like all kind of like kicking the can kind of thing. And then I see this sign that says tonight, the Canadian Urban Music Awards. And then all of a sudden I feel like a freelance journalist again. And I caught myself in the reflection of the window, and I'm wearing this black suit and I look fucking good. So I walk up to the security guard as if I've done it all my life and walk up to him. I'm like, can you please tell me the quickest way to get backstage? And he's like, follow me, sir. So I just get backstage, and it makes you think, Najjah, you know what it's like. It's like you must have had a moment or two where you're like, I could totally be a con man if I wanted to be.
Bro, I like totally. And it's bad, but yeah.
100%. So I go in, he takes me backstage. I'm like drinking with Julie Black and Chaos and all these like people and everything. But then after 45 minutes, I'm like, I don't really know what the fuck to do. Like I'm just like, now I'm just here. I have no friends here. I don't really know them, but I'm hanging with them. But you know, I don't want to like cling on to them. So I sit down beside this other girl with the headset on, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm an imposter. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here. She's like, why not? And I told her the story, and she's like, come with me. And she gives me a media pass, right? But she tells me that I have to go into the media room. So I go into the media room, and the announcement comes on. They're like, yeah, sorry, but we're not going to activate any of the feeds until after the awards show. And we're not going to let any of the artists speak to you until after the awards show, which is like 3 hours. So they want us to wait for 3 hours. So I'm like, fuck this. So I go to walk out. And as I'm walking, I walk by this table that has all these trophies on it. And I just snag a trophy and I put it under my arm like a baby. And I walk out. And the security guard that let me in opens the door for me. I walk out with the best new artist trophy. All right, for the Canadian. The next day, Trevor, do you know who Trevor Shelton is? He used to be the president of the Canadian of the Urban Music Association of Canada, and he calls me. He's like, "Oh, is this James DeFiore?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "This is Trevor Shelton, the president of the Urban Music Association of Canada. We had an incident last night in our media room," and I'm like, thinking to myself, "They got it on tape." So he's like, "You wouldn't happen to know what happened to the Best New Artist trophy, would you?" And I'm like, "Actually, I'm looking at it right now, Trevor." And anyways, long story short, which is almost impossible, I sent the trophy back in a cab in exchange for an interview. I told him I wasn't going to do it unless he gave me an interview. And when I did the interview the next day, he just stonewalled me. He just was like, he's just like, I'm like, so, you know, like the urban scene, I went to the award show. It seemed a little disorganized. Do you think that's indicative of the scene as a whole? And he's like, fuck off. That's all his answers were like, go fuck yourself, fuck off. And like, so. But it all started when I found a string of pearls underneath my bed. You know, that's how crazy things happen. You know what I mean?
That's a madness, man. Go on for days and days. I remember sneaking into the World Series. I ain't gonna go into all that, but I mean, geez, I can go on and on.
Yeah. Well, one day we'll have a show where the whole show will be dedicated to all the things we snuck into.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay, be like a 6-hour show.
That was my place, man. But anyways, go on and on and on.
Yeah. So, brother, listen, always good to have you. I can't wait to see you in Qatar. I can't wait to hear about all your adventures and your travels. And link me with the single when it comes out, when the video comes out and everything.
Yeah. When the video comes out, I'm gonna send it to you for show. All right, Celebrate. It's gonna be like dance, EDM, kind of whatever, mate. It's, you know, you get me, fam. And it's gonna be a different vibe. It's gonna be high energy. It's a high energy song. Celebrate. And the video I'm excited about. And a lot of things popping up. So let's get it. You know what I mean? I
love you, brother. Love you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you're on this path, brother. And we'll talk soon.
Yeah, man. And big shout out to the homies. You know what I'm saying? Jen, she up in here like hard body. DEA Costa. Yo, thank y'all for rolling with us and listening to us. And much love to everybody, all right?
All right, bro. Okay, Najjah Calibur, thanks, man.
All right. Peace.
All right. Yeah, one of the finest human beings probably that I know, or certainly that I know. And yeah, so Najjah's going to be at the World Cup in Qatar in November. We're going to have him on the show, hopefully from the stadium just before, during, or at, well, not during, but after, hopefully a Canada World Cup game. So that's going to be fun. Tomorrow on Blackballed, we start at 1:00, and we have who I consider to be probably the world's most famous gay activist. His name is Peter Tatchell. He was the subject of a Netflix documentary last year called Hating Peter Tatchell. I happen to love Peter Tatchell. I think he's one of the bravest human beings on the planet. And then on Thursday, we have M. Greiner. She's a musician and the author of The Health. You see what happens, guys, when you don't put notes in front of you? The Healthy, like, I'm going to just fuck it all up here. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. She is the author of The Healing Power of Singing. I always thought it was The Healthy Power of Singing, but The Healing Power of Singing. She also toured with David Bowie, which is awesome. And on Friday's going to be a fun show. Well, a fun show. It's going to be a dark show. Rob Kivlikin is going to be on for our next round of heinous cases, and we're going to cover the Paul Bernardo case as it's detailed in the Christy Blatchford book, Life Sentence. We are actually going to take heinous cases, and every chapter from here until, I guess, the holidays is going to be a chapter from Christy Blatchford's book. She covered all of these kind of horrible, heinous, and history-making cases in Canada. And yeah, so stick around for all of those. And next week, we're going to go back to the Plymouth Brethren, and we're going to talk to a couple of ex-cult members, and we're going to get back on that train for a while, because there are a lot of political things happening in the next couple months that include sole source contracts that will probably be given to the companies that are owned by this cult. So stick around for all that. We are going to have a good time. And by the way, big shout out to everybody that is taking the time to chat. There's something wrong with my chat overlay. I think I can't seem to see anybody except for DaCosta and Jen. I don't really know why that is. Not that DaCosta and Jen aren't lovely people, but there are more of you out there, I am positive, unless they're just talking to each other the whole time. Nonetheless, we will see you next time on Blackballed. Thanks, everybody.
Blackballed. 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 Blackballed.